A disturbing video of birds screeching in distress as bulldozers cleared 400 acres of land in Hyderabad, Telangana has sparked public outrage. Bharat Rashtra Samithi, working President KT Rama Rao strongly criticized the Congress-led Telangana government, accusing it of using force against University of Hyderabad students protesting to safeguard the institution's land. Speaking to the media after meeting the students at Telangana Bhavan on Monday, KTR condemned the alleged suppression of student protests and questioned Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's silence despite his previous advocacy for environmental causes. He also allowed students to speak to the press on the matter.
I am a student union member of the University of Hyderabad. I want to point out specifically two things. KTR Garu has already talked about most of the issues in general. I want to point out specifically two things for everyone who's watching, for all the media people who are here. These are the two things I want you to go back and report on. First thing is that as of now, the University of Hyderabad administration has also clarified, and we have also known this for very long, that this 400 acres that the government of Telangana claims is theirs. That is a different affair that we can contest legally later, whether it is theirs or not. But as long as they are claiming that these 400 acres belong to them, we want to ask them, has the revenue department done an authoritative survey to demarcate which 400 acres of land it actually is? It can be any 400 acres. Have they done a survey to demarcate that land? If that survey has not been done, if the revenue department has not done this survey, then how is it that the government has decided to go on, bring more than 50 JCBs inside the university in the middle of the day, continued using those JCBs entire night, racing through the forests? They have reached as far as the departments where students study and spend their entire days. They have reached to the Peacock Lake, to the lakes inside the university. They have even run over various animals and countless number of trees. If the survey has not been done, then how is it they have decided to take on these JCBs and continue with their action, and they're going to continue until tomorrow? Second is, a case was filed regarding these 400 acres by a civil society organization in the High Court. They demanded that this 400 acres should be declared as a national park. While that case is still in the court, while the court has given a clear direction to the government to present the legal and the ecological matters related to this 400 acres on 7th of April, then how is it that 1 week before that hearing, the government has decided to start acting on that land before giving the answer to the court? These are the 2 points that we want you to talk about. And if the government has thought that they can come and scare the students of the university from continuing their fight for the land, then we are here to tell you that the students will not yield. This land we know belongs to us. We'll fight that separately. We also know that this entire 400 acres is a very crucial space, a crucial green space for the city of Hyderabad. This area acts as a catchment area and feeds 3 lakes in the university. It has thousands, the species of animals and plants and birds combined are thousands in number. And that is the amount of area. The 400 acres, it's bigger than the KBR National Park. KBR National Park is 390 acres. So if they've decided to destroy this land, which after violating so many rules and regulations, then do they think that people will not make noise? Do they think that we will not stand here and fight for our land? We'll continue to fight for our land, and that is what we are here to tell you. And we want you to report this and ask the government the right questions and hold them accountable.
Thank you. और कोई बात करना चाहिए?
Hello everyone, my name is Nihat Suleiman. I'm currently the General Secretary of the UH Students Union. From the past 2 days, there is no Ugadi in HCU, there is no Eid in HCU. Our land is being taken away, our students are being beaten up by the police, taken away. Yesterday, including me, 50 students were taken into various police stations. मेरे को भी लेकर 50 स्टूडेंट्स को डिटेन किया गया था और रात तक पुलिस स्टेशन में ही हमें डिटेन करके रखा था और उसमें 2 स्टूडेंट्स को अभी तक पुलिस वापस नहीं ले आए हैं. वो भी हम अभी मीटिंग में केटीआर गारू से बात किया था. और ये कैंपस में एक सर्वेलेंस राज हो रहा है. स्टूडेंट्स का फ़ोन छीन कर वो उसका गैलरी चेक कर रहा है. स्टूडेंट्स का विजिटर्स को अंदर नहीं भेज रहा है। पुलिस मफ्ती में यूनिफॉर्म में सब मिलकर 100 पुलिस डिप्लॉय किए गए हैं कैंपस के अंदर। और हमारा ईस्ट कैंपस है जहां 3 स्कूल्स है, उसका बच्चे वो स्टूडेंट्स को भी अपने स्कूल नहीं जाने दे रहे हैं। एक चेक पोस्ट लाके टीयर गैस लेके पुलिस बैठ रहे हैं। तो इन दिस वे कैंपस को एक पुलिस ने कैंपस को एक टेरराइज कर रहे हैं। तो इसके खिलाफ कल से हम लड़ रहे हैं। स्टूडेंट्स एक साथ होकर लड़ रहे हैं। और आज भी हम देख रहे हैं कि आज सुबह से more and more police vehicles are coming. So this we have to make one thing clear, ये हमारा ज़मीन है, या ये ज़मीन में जितना भी बर्ड्स है, एनिमल्स है, उनका कोई भी कंसर्न नहीं लेकर ये कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट बुलडोज़र चला के और हमारे कैंपस को लूट रहे हैं। तो I request all the media to take the attention into public society. ये मैसेज पूरा पब्लिक सोसाइटी को पहुंच दीजिए और हमारे लड़ाई में हमारे साथ रहिए।
K Kavitha also strongly criticized the government over this. Here is what she said.
University of Hyderabad had 2,500 acres, out of which a certain piece of land was given to IMG by Chandrababu Naidu garu. So then later on Rashekar Reddy garu came, cancelled it. So when a university land is cancelled out of the allocation, ideally it should go back to the university. This case ran for 25 years. Now the court had said this private people have no claim on it. Immediately the land needs to be resumed to the, it is only fair that it needs to be resumed to HCU. But right now this government under Mr. Revanth Reddy is trying to take advantage of the fact that at a point of time to compensate this particular land given away to IMG, government had given another 397 acres. So simple demand by the students and environmentalists in Hyderabad, and my personal demand is also, if the government wants to create infrastructure for software companies or other industries, why don't you utilize the other 397 acres that is not contiguous to the university land? Now the issue here is this 400 acres is contiguous to the university. There is a certain flora, fauna, and you cannot suddenly go in and disturb all of that and spoil the university environment. So if you have to allocate this to industries, there is ample land in Hyderabad that can be given. 1. 2, it is really only fair that university land taken away, it landed in court. When the court clears it, government has no stake. It has to be given to the university. There is no doubt. Now Congress is trying to twist the words and say that it is government's land, it is not university's land. That is not fair. And today, okay, the case started 20 years back, but today what is the demand of the students? That needs to be taken. In this 25 years, environment of Hyderabad has changed, environment of India has changed. Right now we need more breathing space and more lung space within Hyderabad, in and around Hyderabad. So it is only fair in every which angle, every which perspective that you look at, the land should be given back to the university. Well, see, if this government feels that we have given away government land to my home Rameshwar Rao, I demand that this government goes to my home Rama Rao's place with a bulldozer. What's his name? Rameshwar Rao's place with a bulldozer. Are they going to do that? He's a BJP leader. He sits with Honorable Modi ji on a stage. And if you have the guts, why don't you take your bulldozer and go to my home Vihanga and do whatever you do to the poor people of this city? You have been raising poor huts all over the state, all over Hyderabad. Why don't you have the guts to go there? I challenge this government. If you have the guts, if you are fair, and if you believe that the Rameshwar Rao's building is made in government land, why don't you take your bulldozer and go? They don't have the guts. They only can target poor people, not the rich people. This is a very clear message that this government is sending, that they are not pro-poor people, that they are not pro-university students, they are not pro-environment. This land was given by Indira Gandhi ji. This land was fiercely protected by BRS government. We in fact did a fencing around it. We protected it in the 10 years of our government. Now you suddenly come, the court has now given a verdict, so you all of a sudden want to sell it and make money out of it. You are not able to run the government. I challenge you, you please take your bulldozer, go to my home. If you think it is unfair allocation, we'll stand to any test.